look at your adrenals look really good. Jeez. So this is your calcium to potassium ratio is your thyroid ratio, and it should be 4. It was 8, and now it's 4.
Yeah, ideal.
It's like perfect. I've never seen that. I've done thousands of these. I've never seen this before.
Wow, let's go.
This is profound. Like, I want you, you're so positive, and you're so like, you just follow the plan of action, and you just trusted the process, and it really is neat to see, because that can be very challenging for people to do. And but it's like a visual representation. If we can do that, how good this can look, you know.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another vlog. I got a couple fun things for you guys in this vlog, a little bit more unique, but it is Saturday, September 13th, I believe, I'm pretty sure. So I did my weekly check-in for Coach yesterday, and I'll put the comparison pictures over here. I'm officially 4 weeks post-show. My weight yesterday decided to jump up, so it like trended down to about 126 during the week, and then of course for my check-in day decided to jump up to 129 overnight. Thanks, Mother Nature, because I am on my monthly time of the month. But that's a good sign, because that means that my hormones are getting balanced again and everything is kind of working as it should. So my monthly cycle returned actually before I was even done with prep, just because my body was getting to a happier state, which is awesome. And so now this is the second month that is here consistently. So absolutely love that. Again, a sign that I am healthy and that my body is functioning as it should hormonally. So yay. But I woke up this morning and then my weight was back down to like 126.8. So classic, but I got some really good feedback from Coach on this check-in. He's super proud of me. He's loving how I'm looking in terms of like the fullness of my muscles, but then still having like the conditioning, the lines and stuff. I've been executing my reverse diet super well. So I'm very proud of myself for that, especially because I was traveling Sunday through, I got back like late Wednesday night. I was in St. Louis, as you guys saw in the last vlog, for work. So yeah, it's been a bit of a busy week. But again, I packed all my food, got in all my training, planned ahead, and we executed the plan 100%. So absolutely love that. But yesterday, I also met with Dr. Indy. If you guys have been following my vlogs for a little bit now, you guys have seen sprinkles of Dr. Indy. You guys got to meet her when I was out at the Reno Sports Festival back in May. And then I showed you guys kind of like behind the scenes of my appointment with her in June as I was like mid-prep. Well, I did another test, and essentially Dr. Indy, what she does is she analyzes hormones and minerals through a tissue analysis, which is through your hair. So I actually like cut a sample of my hair from the back, mail that in, and then that gets analyzed, and then she goes over all my minerals. So sodium, magnesium, potassium, zinc, manganese, phosphorus, toxic metals, iron. It's a whole slew of minerals, and then based on the different levels and the ratios, she can tell how your adrenals, how your metabolism, how your thyroid, how everything is working, because all of those are interrelated. And then she's been helping me essentially since this time last year get everything balanced out. And for me, the biggest thing has been my energy. Before I started working with Dr. Indy, I was a caffeine fiend. Now I have probably maximum of like 300 milligrams caffeine a day, and that was actually consistent throughout prep too, which is kind of crazy. But yes, we went over the results yesterday, and they're not perfect, but like they're pretty dang close to optimal and perfect as we can get, and there's just a couple tweaks that we're making. So after I'm done chit-chatting here, I'm gonna roll some of that footage so you guys can see that. But she's absolutely amazing and the sweetest human. I freaking love her. Dr. Indy, shout out, because you are amazing. And even my coach actually works like directly with Dr. Indy, and he was even like, wow, your results are amazing. And that's coming out of a prep. That is coming out of a 6-month difficult prep where we had to push hard, and I'm coming out the other side feeling amazing. So that's great. We're just making, again, a couple tweaks just to like bring my energy back up. And then I also met with my girl Heather yesterday, who's helping me put together the landing page that I mentioned in the last vlog. So I got some clips of that as well for you guys to see some behind the scenes and some tidbits of that, because that is currently in the works and we are trying to get kind of aligned in terms of like the formatting and presentation and all that stuff. So she ran me through and I need to provide feedback to her on all of that stuff. So yeah, some fun little tidbits I'm excited to share with you guys. And then I think I'm going to share maybe some posing content this weekend of me posing, either that or some training. I haven't fully decided. But yes, if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm having a bunch of content that I'm going to be rolling out throughout this off season, so you don't want to miss that. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up below and comment down below what your favorite part is, or if there's anything that you guys want to see in these vlogs, definitely let me know as well. So with that, let's get into some Dr. Indy and some Heather footage.
Oh,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I saw your results and I was like, oh my gosh, you're like perfect.
Well, that's what I want to hear. Let's go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially coming out of
How are
prep.
you? Yeah. Well, for you to like, this is real. You're in a mixed balance state. I mean, your minerals are low, but it's balanced. You saw your results.
I took a high level peek through, yes.
Who is this woman?
I love it.
So you're feeling good? Like, tell me any symptoms, any digestive stuff?
Digestion, I feel like, is all really good. Andre has significantly increased my food, so that's awesome. And yeah, things are going well there. I feel like just like energy, we can probably talk about a little bit because I feel like now actually like post prep, it's a little bit lower compared to the end of prep, which kind of ironic. But yeah, other than that, I feel like that's the only thing I've been noticing symptoms wise. Other than that, it's been pretty good.
And you're sleeping well. I mean, I saw your apopio data. It was a couple of weeks ago, but how are you feeling, like sleep, HRV, deep sleep, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I have been getting some good trends with that too. Sleep wise, I think quality of sleep has been better kind of post prep as well. I feel like there's some nights where it's like I'm not getting like as many hours of sleep just because ironically like busier schedule recently versus during prep I feel like I tried to like prioritize that a little bit more versus just have more going on now. But overall I would say sleep has been good, and then recovery has been trending well too.
Okay. And then is there a possibility that we could do a cortisol screening where we actually looking at your diurnal pattern through saliva throughout the day? Yes, there's some adjustments that we can make, like your minerals are low, that'll make you feel fatigued, but it might be, because of how hard you pushed, is the cortisol a little bit low? Is it high in the morning, low in the afternoon? So I can send you a lab order for a saliva test.
Yeah.
You do it home? Okay.
Yes, I'd be very curious to see what that shows as well. My period also came yesterday, so that also might be playing into like just the lower energy. And then I was taking, it's called Thyroid Drive, so thyroid support from First Form, which for, I think it was like Sunday through Thursday, I was waiting for my resec to come in, so I also didn't have that. So it could also be more so just with that too, but like I was expecting again like energy to kind of like come up, and I feel like I've needed a little bit more caffeine like as I've been getting further away from the show, which I feel like obviously we would want the trend to go the other way. Versus like towards the tail end of prep, I was doing fast cardio and I'm like, I don't even need any caffeine. Like this is, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. This is weird.
What does this mean?
Yes. Who am I?
I think we should give you, supplement-wise, you're taking mitochondrial ATP. I mean, you sent me all your supplements. You still need chromium. Let me look at your manganese. Everything's trending up. Your chromium did come down.
Yeah, I saw that. I was interested. Yeah, in that one too.
I'll show you here. You're in an active toxic metal release. So you can see this aluminum and mercury are technically, even if it's incremental, they're higher, which tells us the body is releasing that from the tissue, the organ tissues, and putting it in hair, the nails, the skin. And the minerals that are primarily responsible for doing chelation is selenium and chromium.
What does chelation mean?
Oh, chelation is like pulling it, grabbing it and pulling it out. Detox, like heavy metal detox. Look at your adrenals look really good, jeez. So this is your calcium to potassium ratio is your thyroid ratio, and it should be 4. It was 8, and now it's 4.
Yeah, ideal.
It's like perfect. I've never seen that. I've done thousands of these, and I've never seen this before.
Wow, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, look at how balanced you are. Sodium to magnesium should be 4.17. It's 4.75. Sodium to potassium should be 2.50. It was 5, and now it's 3.17. So that's improved also.
Mm-hmm.
Your zinc to copper ratio is perfect. It should be 8. It's now 8.
Congrats.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking that fatigue, of course, it's multifactorial, like you know, because of the hormonal cycles, and your body is maybe coming out of that fight or flight place where we're at. We're in prep, where we're like a lot of adrenaline, a lot of exciting things, you know. When you come out of that, you find rest and digest, which makes you feel really, you want to sleep more because your body is now allocating energy towards repairing. And Andre is very good about knowing that and implementing things for that. But you can tell that in the calcium to phosphorus ratio, it's come down a little bit too much. So it's 1.85. And that in and of itself can make you feel kind of a little energy depleted.
Okay. And I feel like I think you mentioned like last time, it's like the tired and wired. That's what it was, because it's stuck in my head. I feel like that's like a little bit how I would describe it too. Is like, yeah, the tired and wired bit.
Yeah, I mean your body is on. Your body's on, but your central nervous system is like, yeah, but I could maybe do a little me time, you know.
Yes. Yeah.
This is profound. Like I want you. You're so positive, and you're so like you just follow the plan of action. And you just trusted the process, and it really is neat to see because that can be very challenging for people to do. And but it's like a visual representation. If we can do that, how good this can look, you know. So I'm thinking that not even necessarily like you're taking the ATP, you're doing all of the things to help your body produce energy, but maybe we need to nourish a little bit, like rhodiola rosé or like eleuthero, lemon balm, some like conditioning herbs for your adrenals, not necessarily going in and doing changes in your mineral program because it looks like it's working.
Okay.
I'm like, what is the best combination? So I'm thinking there's a product called Adaptocrine because I'm like rhodiola, holy basil, eleuthero. Well, we don't want all those separate. So Adaptocrine has all of that in one formula. And then we can give you Shilajit. Are you familiar with that?
Mm-mm.
We'll give you Shilajit in the capsule form because it's disgusting. In the resin form, Shilajit is very, very mineral rich, and it enhances endurance. It can reduce that fatigue. So I want to give you things that are not stimulating, but help you produce energy and reduce feelings tired. So Adaptocrine, Shilajit. Maybe be more consistent with your multi-pack if you said you could be a little better with that. Okay.
Yes, now I have been, yeah.
And I don't think we need to do anything else because you're in a balanced place right now. We just need to like bring all those minerals up.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking those 2 additions, do a cortisol check, see if we need to make adjustments after we see the results of those labs. But everything else is Andre going to have you do a repeat lab for thyroid and everything?
Yes, I'll be doing those. I asked him on timing too, just because I forget of like when best to do it with like my monthly cycle and everything. But yeah, I think in the next couple weeks I'll be getting those done, so then I can forward those results over as well.
I'm hoping that your body is just needing a little bit of support coming out of this preservation. Like I'm a little tired, I'm healing now, you know, coming out of that, and you just need a touch of support and making me numb with
it. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, I was really excited to talk with you because I just feel so proud, and you're just like so awesome. Have such good energy.
Well, that's exactly how I feel about you. Just like the best energy,
I
great
messaged him
vibes.
this morning. I was like, I'm gonna start your day off on a positive note, and I sent him just your little significant. He's like, we are dangerous together. Like, we are dangerous together.
Yes, all this energy is. No, I love it. Yeah, and I listened to the whole podcast that you and Andre did, which was so cool to kind of hear it back from like your guys' perspective of like my whole prep and just all the different things and mechanisms that we did. Because I just put my head down and I just do the plan. But yeah, you guys are the masterminds behind it. So it was awesome.
Yeah, it's really neat. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of you because you can. I mean, you know this already, but you can encourage somebody to do something all day long. And it's really challenging sometimes to get people to just follow the plan.
Yes, right. Because it takes effort. It definitely does. With like, I have to have my 3 different supplement pill boxes, or well, it's like 6 because I bring one with me and then one set is at home and like planning ahead and knowing what you're taking and all that. But I mean, it's more than worth it. So I feel like hopefully you notice a little bit better compliance with us bodybuilders versus.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's why I love working with you guys because you're most of the time. I mean, it's you follow the plan. There's just a few coaches that are like, no, we're not doing that. And I'm like, why?
Yes, work with me. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I had one coach was like, this is a lot of pills. I'm like, yeah, but you're feeling good. So
we're that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So cool. I'm thinking 4 months retest.
Okay.
Because you look good, and we're in improvement season now, or are you still in prep?
Nope, we are, yes, in the improvement season. Yeah, and then I recorded our session again too, so I can do it for the vlog.
Oh, fun!
Yes.
Good. You have it. It's good. You do a really good job editing. I watch your vids.
It's been really fun, and I got some overwhelming feedback of like, yes, please continue the vlogs in the off season. So yeah, I'm keeping them coming. And
it encourages people. Like it helps people stay consistent and it puts fire under them. And because the consistency is where we really have the most. I don't like the hardest thing to do is the consistency because we get bored, and that boredom, being bored in your program, is what creates the progress and the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So when we see positive people like you, have a good message, it's very easy to be like, I want to get back to it.
Yes, so, yeah, and showing all the sides, not just the shredded fun side, but like the growing side too. I'm here for showing all of it. So
growing season, cool. Well, I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.
I love Dr. Indy. She's the freaking best.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you for meeting. I think that I want to just kind of go through what you put together, which was amazing. And then also go through what I believe Squarespace can match as far as that.
Yes.
Now, I can get a hell of a lot closer if I were to just like basically custom design something for you, but understanding, where we got the last time, we both were in total agreement of like, let's have this be as low maintenance as possible. Like, really don't want to have this be a huge part of what you ever really need to work on. So starting out here, we'll go through this. This was freaking amazing.
You do like that.
Yeah, no. Oh, I love how thorough you are. It makes me so freaking happy. Amazing notes. But anything else that you want to like call out here, as far as just overall impression again, and it's hard because it's like, well, I made the notes, but just really any other additional things that you want to add to your assessment.
Yeah, I feel like it's like in general, when I saw this, it was kind of almost exactly of like all the things that we were talking about when we did our workshop session of like having the video in there and then like the scroll bar and just having it being like very clean and like easy to digest and not super overwhelming with like a ton of information just on like the first kind of look of it. But then, yeah, like as you click on like the different pages and whatnot, that's where you can get the further information, and it's like then it doesn't feel like overwhelm of a bunch of like words and stuff versus like some of the other ones that I was looking at. I feel like it was more had like reviews sprinkled in and like tidbits here and there and blah blah blah, and it was just like it just wasn't as cohesive versus like this is kind of like everything here, easy to follow and very simple.
I think that word for me is exactly how I would say this. This is so cohesive. This is so like any point that you're scrolling, you can kind of be like, yeah, I know exactly where I am. Like this makes sense. Is this something that you would want to do, is to make these videos as well?
I would definitely be open to it, but
yeah, because I mean, we can grab video, like I can grab it of you. We can compile it with the different videos that you have being on stage, so that it's kind of this like really fun culmination of like things. So we could always do that, just so that it's touching on this different like posing. It's kind of like aspirational. It's also just like very like it stands out. It's really like it's really nice. So.
Yeah, it's like really dynamic. I feel like it's speaks to it, like it just brings it to life more. But I do kind of like the idea of like, because I do a lot of recipes and stuff for using like First Form products, of like just incorporate, and it could be like within the First Form page or whatever, like by the sponsor stuff, but or maybe even just like a blog thing of like, here's my like top protein recipes or something.
Well, too, I wonder if I could do like a mini setup at your place where like we create this little 3x3 space that any meal that you make, so it becomes like clockwork. Anytime you make something, you put it in front of there and you take a picture of it, and then it's just like every single time. Like, how much of this can we just have it so that you can recreate it without thinking twice? It's branded, it looks professional no matter where you're posting it.
I love that more than words can describe.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Okay. Excellent. Okay, very, very cool. You putting this together, absolutely amazing. I'm gonna continue to reference this as I, help assist in design and kind of the journey through the site. So I put together some website design concepts. So again, this is strictly coming from Squarespace, but I went through and based on what I felt I was understanding, I put together 10 options of like, here are ones that I feel like are starting points that we can get to where you want to go. All right, awesome. Well, okay. This felt really, really good. I appreciate you talking through everything. And then I will follow up this afternoon with kind of like what next steps look like, what we can get planning for this next round of things, and then where to go next type of a thing.
Beautiful. Yay.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys, it is now Sunday. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the Dr. Indy footage and then also my chat meeting with Heather. Dr. Indy wise, if you guys want to work with her, first of all, highly recommend, but I'll put her contact information in the description below, and I'll have her Instagram on the screen here so you guys can see a little bit more, and if you want to reach out to her to work with her, because again, she's absolutely amazing. And yeah, I was so thrilled to see my results, and then coach sent his like feedback too, and he's like, it literally looks the best out of all of our athletes so far this year. And that was, again, me coming out of prep, so yay. Also, Dr. Indy and Andre did a full deep dive into my prep and how they work together and the protocols and how they managed my fatigue and my stress management, like physical output wise and everything. My coach has, I'll put his like podcast, it's called the Peak Physique podcast through NASM. So I'll put a link to that in the description below, because he puts out podcasts like every couple of weeks, and it's deep dive on some really good topics. He's had Tyler Mannion on, he's had other big bodybuilders on. So it's a really good listen if you guys like that kind of stuff. And if you want to hear from my coach's perspective and Dr. Indy's perspective of how my whole prep went, it's super cool. And again, I lost, I think it was a total of 40 pounds throughout the whole prep. So it was a process. So yeah, definitely check that out. But this morning I have a virtual posing client. Originally it was just figure, and now she's doing figure and women's physique. And she sent me a clip of her posing routine that she's put together for her women's physique routine. I sent her some feedback, and then today we're going to be going through it, and I'm going to help her make tweaks and adjustments to it, because I just love, especially the women's physique posing. I have so much fun with that. I'm gonna capture some clips for you guys of that next. So yes, let's get into some women's physique posing. Yay! Morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. I see you got your suit on. I love it.
I'm so happy.
Yes, it's always so exciting once you like get the suit and you're like, okay, now it's starting to feel real. Awesome. All right, so I know you sent me the draft of the women's physique posing routine. Is that what you want to focus on today?
Yes.
Okay, fun. Yay. Do you have a song picked out?
Kind of like a version of a song that I want to use, but I have to like figure out how to like take like the rap over top off of it because I don't really like the rap with it. Or Applause by Lady Gaga.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, and if it's easier to do the Lady Gaga one, just like editing wise and whatnot, might be an easier option.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So, yeah, let's start then at the top, and then I have like a couple tweaks in my head I think would be good. So let's get into that first pose. So, first pose as we're down here, which I love for an opening pose. I just want us to take arms a little bit more forward, so closer to the camera, be almost like in a V. Yep. And then keeping essentially like the chest and back like up. So right now from the side, it's like you're a little bit like rounded down, kind of just arching a little bit. Yeah. So then the shoulders pop nice. Good. Yep. Yes. So then, yeah, here we just want to focus on getting the lats out, balancing myself, and then pushing the elbows forward just a little bit. Yes. Yes. Makes a big difference. Okay. Awesome. And then from here, I think you currently went into this, I believe, one or another. Okay. And then one thing we could try too, I like this pose.
I have eggs on my cat's eating them.
Little stinker. You're like, no, I need every ounce of food that I can get. Thank you. I was thinking we could switch so your essentially like front leg is forward, and we can play around with like how you would get into that. But from like a stage shot perspective, when you have this front leg to the camera, you get a nice oh, we need that leg for it. Yep. Immediately, yes. Yeah, because you have a really nice hamstring drop, and then we can keep that little bit of tension in the glute. Yep, and then you can still do that like twist to the side. So it's like from here, I swing this leg, and then I just bring it so it's just like right next to. I'm kind of like in a crouch position. Yep. So yeah, so you just stay there for a second. Yep, and then you can just pop into that. So it just kind of helps you like flow into it a little bit better. So then it's not as awkward of like trying to get it all in. But yes, yeah. And then that hamstring drop looks so good. So yeah, I think we need that little tweak in there. Just because the other one's fine, but like your legs just don't pop as much.
Yeah.
Your cat's like my eggs now.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Loving this so far. Okay, where do we go from here?
And then here, I think I went into a side tricep.
Okay, yes, I like that. Easy, just kind of flow into here. Good. I'm really excited about the routine. I think it'll be good, and we have a very good base. I typically, what I do for my routine is like I'll pick the song first, and then I'll like do the posing to it. But we'll see like how it flows, how it fits, and then yeah, if we need to tweak it at all, then we can definitely do that. But yay, I'm excited. This is fun. Awesome. Well, good to see you. Yeah, if you want to shoot me any questions or anything like you did before too between our next sessions, definitely feel free to do that. So, hey.
Thank you.
No problem. I'll talk to you later.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
All right, all done with the posing session. That was super fun. Again, I love the women's physique routines and just like coming up with the routines in general. I get to live vicariously through my posing clients essentially because at the MPC level, I did women's physique and figure, but now at the pro level, I'm just focused on figure. So I get to live vicariously through them and help them with their posing, which is absolutely incredible. So I had a lot of fun doing that. But I realized I've shown you guys so many times on my channel my Ninja Creami recipes. I always have those during my refeed meals, and then I've also been having them, I had them like tail into prep, and now into off season I've continued having them as like my post workout or part of my post workout meal. So I figured I would show you guys how I make it because I actually do it so it's pretty low calorie. It's less than 200 calories for the ones that I do during the week for my post workout. So yeah, I want to show you guys how I make it. So let's get into it. Okie dokie, so I make a couple of them at a time. I just prep them essentially for the week because Ninja Creamis, you have to do it at least like 8 to 12 hours in advance, but that way I just batch do it and then it's all ready to go. Also, if you don't have a Ninja Creami, let me just put you onto this and frickin' change your life because it has changed mine. They are so delicious and it's literally like you're eating ice cream, but it has, 20 to 30 grams of protein, tastes delicious, and it's a lot cheaper than getting like the Halo Top or the Nix ice cream or the low calorie stuff too. So yes, it is absolutely awesome. So this week I'm using the First Form Level 1 protein in the strawberry milkshake flavor. Delicious. Such a go-to. As always, if you guys want to get any of the First Form supplements, I have my link down in the description below. And if you do purchase through my link, please shoot me a DM on Instagram or you can comment down below as well and let me know because sometimes the link is finicky and it doesn't like get linked to me. So I have to make sure on the back end that everything went through. But yeah, if you guys purchase First Form stuff through me, I very much appreciate it. But I know I'm sponsored, but seriously, it's the best tasting protein that I've tried out there. I have not had a flavor that I've not liked. But yes, strawberry milkshake has been kind of my go-to recently. So I do 1 scoop of the Level 1 protein, put them in all of my little containers here. And then, so immediately post-workout, I have 1 scoop of the Formula 1 protein, which is the quick digesting protein. And then I essentially have my 2nd scoop as my Ninja Creami is kind of how I do it. Okay, and then I put some of the sugar-free cheesecake pudding mix in here. And I don't really like measure things when it comes to, if it's like real low calorie or if it's like seasonings and stuff, like kind of just eyeball it. But this is probably about 3 grams or so, which I think is like, yeah, probably less than 10 calories. During prep, I didn't do this, but off season, I did a little bit more flexibility, which is nice. And then I have xanthan gum. I just keep it in a little jar. But then I do about 1/4 of a teaspoon in each. And essentially it helps make it like even thicker. And, but honestly, using the Level 1 protein has been the best that I found in terms of the consistency of the Ninja Creamis. Like they get so thick and creamy. Absolutely delicious. And then I like to put some of the sugar-free coffee syrup in here. Again, I don't measure. Just stick it in. And then when I use the strawberry milkshake protein, I also put a little bit of the sugar-free raspberry syrup in there too. Ooh. It also just helps give it a little bit more of a pinky color to it too. Okay, and then again, because I'm in off season, I have a little bit more flexibility. So I use the unsweetened vanilla almond milk. So 8 ounces or a cup of it is only 30 calories. And then I do probably about 3 ounces. Again, I don't measure. But for things that actually have like more significant calories, then I measure everything. But again, this, I eyeball it And yeah, so that's less than 15 calories. And then, so this is where we're kind of at. And then I just fill the rest up with water. Again, during prep, I did just water in it. And it wasn't quite as creamy as when you can put some of the almond milk in there. But it was still pretty good and surprisingly not like super icy and stuff. So again, I chalk it up to the level in protein for the consistency. And then I am a big salt gal and everything. I'm a salty gal, what can I say? But I do a fourth of a teaspoon, tablespoon, that'd be a lot. Fourth of a teaspoon of salt in each of these as well. Again, I feel like that's probably a little bit much for some people, but I like my stuff salty. Also, if you guys haven't heard of this, Redmond's Real Salt. Most of the salt that we have, like the table salt or pink salt and whatnot, has fillers in it, artificial fillers, and you're not getting the good quality salt. So this is actually something that Dr. Indy recommended, and I have it in my adrenal cocktails in the morning, and then I salt all my food with it. I bring it with me in like a little container so I can salt my food on the go too, and it makes a huge difference. It also tastes a lot better too. It tastes saltier, so it's more satisfying. But yes, we need salt in our diet. If you guys are bodybuilders, if you work out, we are athletes, we sweat a lot, we need to replenish electrolytes, we need salt in our diet. So don't be afraid to salt your food. But yeah, and then I just give them a good mix with a little whatever electric mixer here. And that is pretty much it. I can just stick some caps on it and then stick them in the freezer, and then they'll be good to go and ready for when I get back from my workouts. So yeah, this is what I do every single week, and it works great. So let me know if you guys give it a try in the comments below. And if you don't have a Ninja Creami, again, you need to get on it. You need to get a Ninja Creami. All right, guys, I feel like this vlog has been a little all over the place, but it's definitely been something different. So I hope you have enjoyed seeing the behind the scenes of some different areas of my life of working with Dr. Indy, again, the landing page stuff and website design that we have in the works, posing clients, what it's like to pose with me virtually, and then also that room that I was in that's down in my basement. So if you guys want to do posing with me in person or virtual, definitely click the link in the description below. I have my booking website up there, and let me know if you have any questions on that as well. But yeah, you got some behind the scenes of that, and then again, how I make my little Ninja Creamies and whatnot. But coming up in the next couple of vlogs, I definitely want to do a full day of eating for you guys. Again, with the updated meal plan and so much more food that I'm having, which has been absolutely incredible. Love that. And then I also want to do a Q&A for you guys soon. So if you can do me a favor and leave some questions in the comments below, I would absolutely love that. Let me know, like, shoot them off. Let me know what you guys got. I'm interested. I'm here for it. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. The next couple ones will be a little bit more structured. I do want to show you guys more workouts as well. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss when I upload these upcoming vlogs. I'm so excited to keep you guys going along with me in this off season and everything. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.